This is the country we live in, one that would rather protect rich pedophiles than protect children. They say they care about women, yet giving birth in this nation is more dangerous than being a soldier. America has been at war for the majority of its history because of profit. Our country lied about why we went to Vietnam, and our people paid the price in blood. Our country lied about why we went to Iraq and Afghanistan. They said there were WMDs, but we know that that was a lie. And they knew it was a lie, but they did it anyway to provide oil companies with cheap oil, big pharma with cheap opium, and defense contractors with higher profits. And they were happy to let our fellow soldiers pay the price in their blood because they don't care about us. They care about the profit margins of the 1%. They tell us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, yet the hardest working people in our society are the poorest. Growing up in Oklahoma, I learned how to tell if someone was a farmer. I can tell by the calluses on their hands. Farmers are the hardest working people I know, yet they are losing their farms at a rate not seen in over 100 years because they don't get to own their tractors anymore. They are rented to them at extortion rates. They don't own their seeds anymore. They are rented to them, and their harvests are bought at pennies of the dollar so corpos can sell them back to Americans at prices that can only be described as price gouging. But we are told the rich deserve another billion because they worked harder. No human can convince me that any CEO works harder than a farmer. Tell me why the average American pays a higher tax percentage than a billionaire, more than a corporation. How does a corporation deserve more than our fellow farmers, especially while their employees are living on food stamps because the company won't pay them enough to have a thriving wage? We are told myths about the welfare queen is the problem in this country, yet the biggest welfare queens in this country are corporations and billionaires. We are told just to work harder and we too can live the American dream. Yet our grandparents were able to earn an ounce of gold every week on minimum wage. If our generation wanted to accomplish the same thing, it would be 750 hours a week of work to have the same thing they did, but still less. Now we have two-income households, most with more than one job, all to still live in poverty. There is not a single state in America where you can work an honest 40 hours a week and afford a one-bedroom apartment. FDR said the minimum wage is not meant to be a minimum subsistence wage. It's the minimum wage to thrive in this country, and that any business that requires paying their employees a poverty wage to function does not deserve to exist in this country. Whether or not we realize that the majority of Americans agree on what's important, but our government and the corporal-ran media want you to believe the most important issues of our generation are what bathroom someone uses.